Hey, greetings, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Ronin Experience. Chris Miner, how are you, my friend?
I'm good, my friend. How are you?
I'm good. Can you hear background noise on my end? I'm doing laundry at the same time.
No, I cannot. I think
Okay.
you're. I think you're good. Uh, our buddy Mysterioso might join us tonight. He's trying to get his computer situation to fix. If not, it's all good. I'm sure we'll have him on in the future, but he's gonna try to get on. So just be on the lookout in the backstage section for him.
Computers. Bro, I hate computers so much, man.
I would. I definitely want to take them out. You know.
Oh, I know, bro. It's us or them, man.
I'd go to combat against the computers at this point.
Ugh, man, just gotta unplug them, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Battery pack with them little mini EMP somehow.
That's what I'm thinking. I don't even mind the ones that don't talk or anything like that.
Yo, shout out Third Eye Edified. Love it. Pump it. Get it. Thank you for all the knowledge. Yeah, man. Thank you, George.
George, that way.
Dawei. Happy Friday. We had a full moon earlier this week, and the energy is still going to be around. I don't know about you guys, but my health level, my energy level, I have been in battles, so I'm gonna try and be chill tonight. You know, I'm gonna take breaths and just get into some really cool stuff. Chris, I listened to our last week's episode.
How'd it go?
I think we did awesome.
I hope so. I never listen to myself, so it's like I do like every once in a while I will when I know that I need to check on my vocal delivery and whatnot. And I probably don't do it enough, honestly.
Yeah, I like to when I hear others discuss how others speak and how they're economical with their words, but they're just as powerful. And of course, saying I have my things. A lot of us, here and there, a lot, and those little things. Those are
Yeah, if you enunciate well, you don't drift off in your tone. You have a very clear vocal presence. See, my problem is I get lazy with my speech etiquette, and I will go far away from the mic. I'll start like letting letters drop at the end of words and whatnot.
yeah, I get. And we have a guest, but before we introduce our major guest, see, I'm already. I didn't mention last week. I actually had a dream, and Gabriel invaded my dream. Chris, this was last Friday. We did our show Saturday.
What did he do to you?
What did he do to me? That's between us, bro. How don't get so personal. No, I was remember. So my dream, I was, walking down like a lane, and there's like I'm with a group of people, and to my right, and I hear Gabriel's voice to my left, and I'm like, oh, what's going on? And I see him talking to my neighbor, right? And I'm like, what's going on? And I was gonna go over and say what's up, but they were having a conversation, and it was done in like one of those like 1920s 1930s like old timey, like if you're doing like a baseball game or something.
Yeah,
They're like, hey, here we go. And I was like, all right, I don't want any piece of that. I'll let them
yeah.
have their moment. It like weirded me out in my dream. I was like, all right, I'm gonna keep moving.
Yeah,
uh,
yeah. See what happens when you bring Mr. Rioso in the now, because he's saying it keeps saying page not responding, but you're saying he's backstage and he sees us.
I
Maybe
saw him.
maybe if you have him join, it'll just like you just throw him on stage.
I
It'll
saw
stop.
him there for a second, and I just had my little second Gabriel dream and talk, and then he disappeared. He
Oh
dropped out.
damn, he dropped
He
out.
needs to join and just wait a moment. I'll invite him to the stage.
Well, no, he's saying it's like it's glitching out on him. Like everything's freezing when he gets in there, and it's saying page not responding and whatnot.
Oh, that sounds like an internet. That sounds like a.
Yeah, yeah. It's weird because he's obviously on Telegram talking to me using the internet, but I don't know. Maybe it's like the browser or because he's in Australia, I think.
They use upside down browsers.
Well, you know, everything they do is crazy out there, so who knows?
He's literally upside down. For all you heliocentrics.
Because StreamYard can only use certain browsers, right?
Say again?
StreamYard can only use certain browsers on computers, right?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I've just used like the usual. I'm using Brave right now.
Yeah, Brave I think is fine. I don't know if someone uses Safari, they may not be able to get on the computer on it. But I know on the phone you can get on Safari, but not on the computer. So I'm going to tell them try Brave, try Chrome, try something.
Dude, we got 9 people watching live. That's pretty cool for us. Well, we did. Now we have 8.
Yeah, he's gonna download Chrome and try it again. So go ahead with your Gabriel. Keep going with the Gabriel if you have any more.
That's all I have with Gabriel. And he had his shirt on. I didn't even look over. I just heard him and I was like, all right, they're in a deep convo. Yes. So we have
just come around here. See, we got a lot of boys on the field. See,
and I'm just like, oh, see you later. I'm gonna put keep on moving. We have confirmation. We are yes. If you're in Oz right now, you are upside down. Oz, you're spinning upside down from us. That is confirmed, and that's how the realm works. Luckily, we have gravity to save her from centrifugal force, as well as the oceans. Congratulations. All right. Should we do our best to save the realm and ourselves tonight? Should we just get into it?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. So, here we go. Here he is. Hold on. Here we go, Mr. Rioso. We're gonna add you to the stage. Mr. Can you hear us from down under? I believe he's from down under. I'm not even sure.
Yeah.
Can you hear us from down under, Mr. Rioso?
Oh, Mr. Rioso.
Yes. You got to speak Aussie. His mic.
He's there. He says he's there. We got you in.
Mysterious. Guys, send good vibes to the.
Yeah.
We are
everyone take a minute. Oh.
Take a minute. We're in Mercury retrograde. I believe that started. I'm pretty sure. Mercury. Or you can retro. We still got the planetary parade popping. We still got the total lunar eclipse popping, folks. If you don't think that affects things, then you ain't working on yourself, because it's a struggle. So I have a quote. Here's some quotes, man. The richest man is not the man who has the most. It is the man who needs the least. The man that needs nothing cannot be ruled. Okay. And I just made those up just now, guys. Those are original quotes from me.
Sounds like close to a biblical quote almost.
Maybe. And that's just because because I'm tapped in.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. Makes total sense.
I just made those up just now. And then to see life as it is and not as it should be. Now, I actually think I got that from Mr. Rioso, if I'm being honest.
Well, look at that. Look at that. He's having an effect on us even from outside the room. I wonder what's going on with his, with the, I mean, I don't know what it's like in an Aussie internet connection. How does that, like, what is their speed? What is their average speed?
Oh, it goes the speed of wombat, or what do they call those things? Not wombats. The speed of wombats. Either it's 2 wombats per second.
You know, the Aussies can get wonky, man.
It's 2 didgeridoo. No, he might be going 4 didgeridoos, maxed out at 4 didgeridoos, man. Sometimes that happens while he's working out the didgeridoos, and we speak didgeridoos. We hear that. That's a far traveling vibration signal.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think he's gonna work on it as much as he can. If he can't get on, I told him, you know, we'll always send him a link in future weeks and have him back on when he can get it working.
Okay. Well, in the meantime, in the Greenwich meantime, welcome everyone to the Ronin experience. We have some really cool things to share and experience tonight. This is the No BS channel. Okay. Authenticity, authentic, to some would say to a fault. So let's talk real sheesh and let the rest merely babble on. Here on Trey, it's serious waters only. By the way, shout out magnesium. I got a magnesium spray. I've been spraying it on me.
I got one of those.
Yeah, and also I just got some. I think it's called DMSO or something. I just received it today. So evidently, you put that on your skin, and then you hit it with the magnesium spray, and it's supposed to absorb right into your system,
Right into your bloodstream.
right into your bloodstream, man.
That's what's up.
Shout out to my homie in Mexico. He's dealing with it too. I know a lot of people dealing with physical stuff right now. Maybe at least it is for me and some of my friends. There's a lot going on. But can I get into some crypto corner, Chris?
Yeah, let's run crypto corner, man.
And it's relevant. There is, you know, my messages are multifaceted, multi-layered. It depends on the observer. So if you're like, I don't care about that stuff, well, again, there are universal messages in here. All right, and I wrote some stuff down, and I have some vids to share, and it's going to be fantabulous. So sit back, fire something up, and enjoy the greatest experience on the interwebs. I share little goofy stories so you know who you're dealing with. Shout out to crypto OGs who had vision to buy, you know, Bitcoin back when it was $20 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, and some of them who have been chilling in Costa Rica. Isn't that the dream, folks?
I wish someone would have told me about everything when it was $20. You know.
Well, I hear people, and some of these people are actually people that I kind of respect. You know, they'll be in Costa Rica going, oh, these crypto bros, they didn't earn it or whatever. Okay, if it's so easy, so simple to become a millionaire and buy your time back and chill in a place like Costa Rica, not having to worry about finances, then why don't you do it? If it's so easy and they didn't earn it, right? That's my problem. Isn't that the dream, Chris? Like,
dude, I wish I would have bought 10 Bitcoin at $20 when it was yeah. I didn't even know. I don't even think I knew about it when it was that low. I was too young.
I literally hear all kinds of high-minded people who've spoken like, I knew about it when it was 10 cents, but I didn't buy it because of my morality. Get that, you know, and then they down what the dream, right? Whatever that is. Successful business, a windfall of cash, a nice investment, you win the lottery, whatever, and go, now I can have my time back and I'm no longer on the clock, the business 7-day cycle, which is a trap,
Then
right?
you can
So
then
they
you can
screw
actually
anyone.
affect things more efficiently because you have time.
Yeah, dude. Like, so could you imagine hating on crypto bros chilling in Costa Rica because they took action early? It's one thing. It's like if you don't buy it now, you wouldn't buy it. You wouldn't have bought it then. Like, so they had vision, and it was like, who knows, $1,000 now that's probably worth a bajillion, you know. And so they weren't parasited, and they were living a good life. So, save everyone.
I will
Check
say some of them probably got lucky
is
and
it
had rich parents and just were investing in a bunch of shit and well Bitcoin. Yeah,
Chris, I'm telling you, the early cats were devs, programmers, IT kids in the basement of their
yeah, yeah.
basement, and they had a vision, and they had a vision of privacy and peer-to-peer money that would take over banks, not become government
Well, you
regulated.
see, what I would think is the people who were like that are still probably working working on this stuff. They probably haven't
We're
stopped.
going to get into some of them. That's the people I run with. We're going to get into
Yeah,
it.
yeah. I would say if someone's just vacationing all the time in Costa Rica, like Sam Bankman-Fried, that they probably they probably had rich parents.
They came late, actually.
Yeah, yeah.
Early adopters were programmers, and there was a war. Small blockers versus big blockers, and the small blockers won. That's who you have now. That's who took the bit out of Bitcoin, sending data. The big blockers were like, it's not just a currency, we can actually send data. But that's literally like what we've all been striving towards, like, don't be mad because others figured it out. You know what I mean? And be like, again, that's sort of vibe, like looking down on others because they figured it out. They figured out a cheat code. It never sat well with me because I've always been striving to prosper, and I've always wanted my people to prosper. They hear me talk about anything. So there's that ego thing. I heard all kinds of cats. I heard shamans talk about this. They like poo poo. Like, what if I made an amazing business, Chris, and it's like I sell, I don't even know, tacos, and all of a sudden I become a bajillionaire. My taco, I all of a sudden own 1,000 taco stands. Like, are you gonna hate on me for that? Like, get out of here.
No, absolutely not. Like I said, I think the ones people really are probably wanting to hate on are more so like rich people who bought in, rich people, kids who had rich parents who bought in later, a little later than the original, like people who actually made the damn.
Well, you have the lizards who came in later to hijack it. They'll talk about, like, a lot of these guys. You'll talk about, like, just to name, like, just to use the one popular one, like the XRP people. They weren't there in the beginning. They weren't. They weren't at the conferences. They weren't dealing in the chat forums. They weren't dealing in the code. They came later. They're LARPers. The kids that made it, the Roger Veers and the Arthur Hayes of the world, and all the other anonymous programmers and all the other hackers that later on did TED Talks. These were hacker broke cats in their basement, program creating them, creating it, Chris, adding to the code and buying it at a very cheap price because they literally were IT nerds with not just the opposite, Chris. They came later and they hijacked it because they saw how dangerous it was. You got to do your research on this, folks, if you really want to, you know, and like, and it's funny just to hear a lot of cats, a lot of these people, man, their ego, despite being high minded, it's like, you're like, I knew about it. I had the opportunity to buy, but my moral compass would not allow me to buy a $3 a Bitcoin. Oh, it's that goofy.
You
I'm
know what's
telling you,
wild? I think the worst stories are the ones where people are like, "Yeah, man, I had like 10 Bitcoin on a USB drive and I lost it."
I was right there. Cool. But what do you do about it?
I lost it, man.
Yeah.
Can't
So
find it. I lost the login. I lost the USB drive. I'm like, that's the worst.
paper wallet's gone. Yeah.
It's like, dude, what?
Yeah, man.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah. I mean, going from like $1 to like 100 is a lot, you know. But again, I mean, a lot the cats again. I hear them talking about like as if they're virtuous because they didn't buy, and that is to me that is to me copiism and a cop out. You have to not have regrets, but just look in the mirror and learn from within on why then did you not take action and why now do you not take action. That is a not a hey, I have such high virtue. That is I see it. I see it. All right, here we go. Mr. Rioso, what's up, man? Can you hear?
All right. Finally.
We got.
Working out.
Well, yeah, we can hear you now.
We good?
We got a little bit of echo on your end, but aside from that, is there any way to, in your sound settings, can you turn on the echo thing? And maybe reduce noise?
Maybe I'll change the speaker.
Okay, well, in the meantime, I really want to get this message out.
Oh,
Is that better?
there's still a lot of static. Oh yeah, and more echo now. Maybe headphone it?
Yeah, my computer's just not gonna die.
So let's keep moving as Mr. Rioso figures out the technicals, and it's all good.
Is that better?
There we go, I think, right? Almost? No?
Now we can barely hear you, man.
Oh, blasting. I would say maybe. Do you have headphones you could put in?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say let's do that.
Yeah, and if you have YouTube in the background, can you mute the other YouTube, please? Anyway, I do have like a literal intentional message that I'm attempting to share. It does.
Go ahead. Finish now.
It leads to a place.
Go ahead now.
Okay, so I did write again. I have a couple notes, and I do have some vids to share that that is very potent and related to the message that I'm attempting to share. Okay, so I did. I'm just gonna read some of my notes and then see where it goes. Okay. Hold on. Let me just reset for one moment. Okay, so I'm sure we all have things where we should have zigged instead of zagged. That is the experience to learn from. Don't pretend you're of some ascended position where making incredible 3D dystopian matrix credits is beneath you. And if that's the case, then don't perceive and project yourself as more higher vibe than someone who actually did. Bottom line, I want to prosper, and I want the Trey folks to prosper as well. It's not my ego. I'm not trying to be a hero. I learned from the code, and I wish to use it for utility while I'm here. This is a truly dangerous channel. I'm not here to turn the other cheek. I have other beings that depend on me. And when you build something cool, folks don't recognize the struggle that actually got you there that you had built that's successful. They only see the now and want to diminish it instead of learn from it. So that takes me back to those crypto bros and chilling in Costa Rica doing nothing. You didn't see the struggle that got them there. And Chris, you're even trying to say, like, and I say this with love, brother, you're even trying to say, like, well, they probably came from rich parents. I'm talking about regular dudes. They did not come from rich parents, these early cats.
Yeah, I probably should have been more nuanced in what I was saying. I really meant more so like the Bankman-Fried, Winklevoss
That's not even who I'm
twins.
talking
Yeah,
about.
no, that's not. Yeah, so we were talking about different people.
Yeah, I'm not even talking about celebrities. I'm talking about people you don't even know.
Yeah.
That's anonymous, that are literally were basement hackers in their mom's basement, who were literally writing code and involved, you know. So like these crypto bros for 20, you know, they absolutely earned it. You know, so if it was so easy to become a crypto millionaire and your friends, then why aren't you that? You know, this dispelling of things. If you're lucky, or, you know, be honest with yourself. Authenticity is the way. Look in the mirror and know thyself. Truly. These are not just fancy words, yo. So when I share my experiences, it's to show you who you're actually dealing with and talking to and what I'm about. I came from humble beginnings and was always looking to scale up, and still to this day, empowering yourself so you don't need anyone else. If you have a teacher, the goal should be to become a teacher one day. I've been into espionage since the beginning, and I'm all about espionage for a kingdom of one. So I'm going to show you some cats. Yeah, trust me, guys. I got some vids I'm going to show. You're going to see what backing up what I'm saying. So if you notice and you're observant, you'll see that I eventually ask it. Here's another thing, right? I'll eventually ask every single person, why are they out here online talking? Have you noticed that, Chris?
I have.
Like, what is your purpose of talking publicly? I ask everyone that when I get a chance to, because it's important. You got to know who you're dealing with, know who these cats are, right? So, like, imagine all of the folks out here telling everyone how to make money, and they haven't done the work and don't know how to see the data on the charts, or when it comes to TradFi, don't know anything about privacy or programming or DeFi, and don't know how the blockchain works or anything. They just read tweets. Now I'm going to share something with you. I'm going to prove to you exactly what I'm talking about. And I'm going to play this vid. This actually has funky music behind it, but watch this. Watch this. All right. Oh, you know what? I would love to put the music behind it. Here we go. Okay, so you go, cool story, who cares? I'm gonna get that out of the way. So brings you to January. Now, look at this vid. If you guys can see it, it might be difficult to see. It says January 2023. Okay, this was shared just a couple days ago. What this nerd does not understand is that was 3 years ago, not 4 years ago. This is where the deception comes in. This is where all that little pre-talk that I just talked about comes into play to now. Who you're talking to, who you're dealing with, where you're getting your information from, and where are they getting their information from. We're looking at March 2022, 4 years ago. So when you're going to share these pump vids, folks out there, to the masses, be honest and authentic. Go back 4 years, always, okay? because he shared January 2023 right here, the bottom, right? Here was the bottom in 2023, January, 16,000. But we're not there. We're in March of 2022. It's a 4-year cycle, which had a lunar cycle. It was 38. Now, my people, we're going to play this little pump here. We've been saying, right, this pump, now you're at like 46, 47, 47K. Then what happens? 47K, down, 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 down into January 2023, down to 16K. That's a 30K difference. That's what's the math on that? A 60% loss or a 70, 80%, maybe like, I don't know. I mean, this is Ronin math right now. But from here, 16K to 47K, that's where we are. So they share these pump videos, right? They don't even know where they are in the cycle. This is where we are in the cycle, folks. So when we say sell everything, this is where we were before. So when Mr. Mystic and I were saying we're seeing weakness in October, wait for confirmation. We sold in the second week of November of 2025, and then boom, boom, boom. That's where we are now, right? So this is the real. You're listening to the real cats out here. This ain't about feelings when you're talking about this data, verifiable data. Then you make that run. We're a year away from this. We're at 1 whole year away from this, folks. So that's what I'm saying when you're dealing with some of the realest cats and the phoniest cats out here, man. Okay? So I'm going to continue with another thing. And you go, you wonder why I get so fired up, right? You wonder why I get so fired up, dude. And you got the homie here and Crassy, who was this Babylonian astrology. She was on, I'm going to show some stuff about her. But the homie Mr. Mystic, this is from a day ago. They're talking about this, right? And then he was talking about, give me a second. Look, this lady was on instruction. So Crassy, who's an astrologer, she's on that lady Duncheva thing, right? Just the other day. So this is the astrologers we deal with. This is the TA people that we deal with. This is the realest mother effers out here that we deal with. Okay? Here's another cat. This is me. I bombed his show last night. Right? This is one of those early cats, Chris, that rocks with Roger Varr, goes to all the conferences. He ran for president last year. He's running for New Hampshire Senate or something like that, right? He's in all the freedom conferences. He's down with Xano, a real privacy project, private money, right? He is the expert on the Clarity Act. He wrote a book on the Genius Act. He's writing a paper now on the Clarity Act. So all these nerds out here giving you false info, giving you false stuff on just about everything. They don't know sheesh. Okay? So if you're concerned about me, why I always talk about other cats, I literally just shared some data on how some of these other cats give you the falsest of false info. Okay, 1 second before I play this guy. Okay, so there's literally a group out there actively trying to slave and kill you, right? So what is really pragmatic to learn and acquire at this time? Do you really think I want to be some Swami type dude with long toenails or a Mohawk warrior like the original American Romani who stands up to those that look towards him for guidance? Like in this current, oh man, I can't believe I wrote this weird stuff down. In this current, I'm personally working to attain as much 3D transactional resources so that I can have myself and my friends and my family chilling in Costa Rica so that we can play. But that takes effort and vision. Am I lying? Am I wrong? Don't be delusional and be led by delusionals for the sake of company. Deceptive bullishness, not able to identify where they are in a very predictable cycle, showing charts from 2023 with nothing but up to 2025. 2026 is not 2023. 2026 is 2022. Okay. But they'll sell you feel goodness for clicks while your portfolio gets wrecked. Then you have those that channel. All right. Now let's get into the esoteric phonies. Dude, there's literally people out here that they'll go, I channel the Fae, Zizzle, Zazzle, McFrizzle, Frazzles. I'm like, you guys are looking at these freaking weirdos as if they're wise. You're looking at these channelers that will not look in the mirror and go, where's this actual quote unquote entity about? That's the Holy Spirit. I'm in church. How dare you? Or that's my cousin. How dare you? Or that's Zigzle, Zazzle, McFrizzle, McDorphin, Florphins. How dare you? Yo, these people are wackos. Okay. And then you have the others that are just stuck in ego dogma. So here is all about the mirror and identifying where your influences come from. And if something gets flagged, then it's scrubbed and we pivot. Dustin and I thought we were going to get our 10, 20Xs. We saw weakness in October. We pivoted in November. There was no bull run. There was a bull cycle. There was no bull run. We pivoted, as opposed to zero accountability and sticking to sometimes provable false inflow, like a lot of these other cats. Some things are objective and some are up to the observer. Then you have financial and SO combined also selling you bullish stuff based on their own so-called decodes. Here we have financial real ones, those that back up their thesis with verifiable data that clearly shows repeating patterns. We have astrology from very serious people. By the way, I'm going to ask Crassie if she'll come here. Maybe. We'll see. Then you have digital gangsters like myself, where others say there's nothing. You'll hear there's nothing private on the internet. It's due to their own ignorance. I can prove to you there's privacy on the interwebs via Wireshark captures, via blockchain explorers, sandboxed apps, and more. If you don't think, I'll give you a IPsec VPN tunnel. Let me know if that's breakable. I'll send you Pirate Chain. Let me know if you can figure out who sent it where to who and how much. These people, man, I'm telling you, bro. So here on Trey, you have the best of all the ways, right? And I don't speak Caterpillar, right? We're the dopest dope you've ever smoked. Everything else is Snickle Fritz, man. So let me play this cat. I bombed it. I came in and bombed his show. If you guys want to check his stuff out and rate it, his chats, and say how awesome I am, let's see. But let's play this for a moment, and we'll see who we're dealing with.
How are you, Aaron? You're crushing it right now, man. I appreciate you.
Oh, appreciate it. Thank you.
Real quick, man, my first, oh my gosh. What can we say to some of the crypto bro? My problem is with a lot of crypto brothers out here, right? And sisters, right? They really love this Clarity Act thing. They think it's going to pump their bags, right? They think they're going to be VIPs in the gulag. They go, cool, you're left out. And we're in before you need to be an accredited, whatever, all the jargon, right, my friend?
Yep.
Oh my gosh. What can we say to them? They love the regulations. They love the institution. Yeah, I'll just leave it open-ended. What do you think, Aaron, about that? The institutions. And real quick, in my opinion, because I've been into silver and sound money for over 20 years, when I looked into what is money and got into all the Austrian, von Mises, all that stuff. When they bring in like ETFs, etc., it destroys real price discovery. So I'll be quiet. I'll mute my mic. But what do you have to say about some of the crypto brothers out here and sisters that are into that whole regulation thing? You get it. I'll be quiet.
Yeah, I get it. And I think part of the problem is that they don't understand the regulation and what the implications are. They're thinking about it as it's going to pump their bags, which it may or may not. I mean, to be honest, the ETFs did not quite pump bags is to the extent that people thought they were, right? The ETFs were supposed to be this thing that was going to pump everything to 1 million. I am not sure that the Clarity Act is going to bring that much into it. And part of this is just having traveled around the country and talked to people. The average investor, the average person, if they're not in crypto right now, they're really skeptical about it. There's a lot of backlash on Bitcoin, and I mean the Epstein stuff doesn't help matters from that perspective, but they were already skeptical. So all of these workshops that I've gone on, and people are kind of like, yeah, I don't know, I don't know about that. So I'm not sure if it potentially brings a lot of money into crypto, but at this point, the sector's soured. I mean, look at how bad crypto has performed since Trump got in office. So Trump got in office, we got ETFs, and then where are we, right? It's been pretty bad. But beyond that, people have to understand that once you understand that what we're actually facing, Bitcoin came about as a reaction to, I would argue, the financial crisis in 2008. And people wanted alternative solutions, alternative payment, and didn't want to have to deal with these corrupt banks that were getting bailed out or central banks. And so Bitcoin was originally supposed to be an alternative to that. Well, we still have the same problem with the banks. In fact, the problem is even worse. The derivatives are worse. The liabilities are worse. The asset bubbles are worse. So we haven't solved the fundamental problem of having a medium of exchange that we can use, but then it's actually gotten worse than that because we now have we have stable coins, which are backdoor CBDCs. So we've lost control over the medium of exchange. And once you understand what technocracy is, once you understand that technocracy is about, you even hear Elon Musk saying, well, money's going to go away. You're going to have universal basic income. You're going to own nothing and be happy and everything like that. I don't think people are understanding the implications of what the regulations are, but that's what the regulations are going to enable, not you're going to be able to pump your bags and then do what? Where are you going to go in a technocratic world where all of your assets are digitized, programmable, and censorable by the government and other third parties? So I don't think it's going to work out for these guys the way they think it is. And I don't blame them for having this position because they've probably never heard about technocracy. They probably also haven't looked at the fact that what we're talking about is it's not about making it easy to dump your crypto. It's about regulating real world assets. That's what this is really about. That's what the Clarity Act is really for. It's not about making it easier for you to sell your crypto and dump your bags. It's about regulating everything that you own. And that is the real important part that people miss because they don't understand the ramifications of tokenization and what's going to happen in that regard. So, I guess my answer to this is people in the crypto community need more education. And the problem is, I have a massive article that I've written on this, and most people aren't going to read it. It's probably like 12,000 words.
Yeah, Chris, he does talk a lot, but again, this dude's running for like Senate right now, or like congressman or something right now. This dude is a big deal. So yes, he can be long-winded, but this is he has a lot of info to share. But if we're not into it, it's fine. Shit. I asked him a few other questions about Pirate Chain.
I'd rather hear you talk.
Yeah, if you just give it I'm out of there in like 2 minutes. Or 3 minutes. I asked another question. I was gonna just save my
play next. Yeah, keep going. Let it go. Let it go.
Words, maybe it's 14,000 words. But I lay all of this out so that people can understand what's.
We got 4 people here anyway, man. So like 2 of them are probably us. So it's almost like I'll be honest, I'm not even motivated to do this YouTube shit anymore. Like I try and demonstrate again the stuff that I was talking about, where it's like, oh, here's these things I'm showing you stuff on why we're some of the dopest, and it's cool. If it doesn't resonate, it's cool. But what the fuck am I even doing out here, yo? Like, who even cares?
Well, you know how people get with the crypto now, man.
But this, in my opinion, just my opinion, this is not just about crypto. This is about digital IDs. This is about KYCing to get on the internet on your browser. This is about everything technocracy and dystopian and lizards and those that eat fucking babies and shit. Like, this is all connected. This isn't a single, oh, I don't like crypto. Well, that's cool, but you have to see how it's connected. You know, 100%. And then how to operate within this stuff.
100%. Let's see if we can get Mr. Rios' opinion on this, if he if his thing's working or not.
Can you hear me?
Oh man.
It's too much noise.
It sounds like you're in a wind tunnel. Oh man. God damn. Ronin, how can we fix this Ozzy's computer?
I really don't know. I really don't know.
Damn.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't know. See, maybe try the phone, Mr. Rios. We'll see if that works. Maybe, I don't know if you tried it, but if not, we might have to have you back on when we can figure out a different way to get your mic going through.
I don't know. I'm over it. I had some other stuff to share just beyond that, but it's fine.
Well, don't give up on the realm just yet. No?
I mean, it's just, I don't know. I'm just
don't let technical difficulties bring you down. Well, what else did you have to share?
Just cats drinking blood and shit. But I mean,
let's get into it.
That's also sensationalism. So it's like, we know that these cats drink blood, but it's all over the place. We've known that, but that's a bit of sensationalism. I don't know. I don't really have. I'm like not in the flow tonight, and
well, Mr. Rios is gonna try another time with us. I say me and you should just go a little longer and try to get in the flow and see what happens. And if we don't within the next 20 minutes, we just, we'll stop it. We haven't even got an hour yet.
I got nothing. I'm just out of the vibe right now. I got nothing, bro.
Why don't you share that one video of the drinking blood?
Well, I bring things up and I have like actual. All right, it's just a moment. It's just William Shatner saying how you should drink blood if you want to stay young. That's all. Here we go.
I mean, I don't know how you do it. You look young.
Yeah.
I mean, you got the hair and everything.
Yeah.
Is it the baby's blood? I mean, I need the secret. You know what I'm saying?
Drinking blood.
It's crazy.
You have
It's
to drink
crazy.
blood.
That's what I'm saying.
Preferably if the person's alive. Hey, suck on the blood like on the neck.
Keeps you young, right?
Keeps you young.
Like, this guy's pushing 100. He looks younger than these out here. I love this guy.
I gotta move on.
Hey, it's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure. John Bravo, by the way.
So that's just another thing. That's just a clip.
I think he was joking with him, fucking with him.
Shatner was.
Yeah, probably. He's too. They gotta know better. And that guy, the other guy, I think that might have been a setup. All like a little set thing. People be weaponizing the sensationalism now. They all know what they're doing most of the time.
Yes, it's they do, but to hide it though with satire, just joking around and stuff.
Yeah.
So whether he was kidding, not kidding.
Yeah, there's that too.
That they do.
There's that too, and it's always hard to tell when it comes to that, because that's like then you're getting like meta with the way a comment's coming out of a person's mouth. There was what video? Kurt Metzger played something when he was like on. He had someone on today or yesterday who I never really got into, and I don't think the people who were watching weren't really feeling the guy. But he paused it for a minute because he had to go use the bathroom or something. But he had like a clip that he was playing from, I think, a senator who was saying how like he was like basically talking about his grandchildren and granddaughters, but he was like talking about them as if they were food, and it was creepy. Like, it didn't sound like sweet. It sounded creepy. But it could have been taken as something, you know what I mean? It's like it was one of those difficult sort of are you saying what I think you're saying type of situations like you were just talking about.
Right.
And
Yeah,
no worries, Mysterioso. We'll have you back on another time.
Yeah, I mean, definitely it's like, You ever like a kind of agree? Someone's talking and you kind of agree with them for a second, then you go, oh shit, wait, what'd you just say?
Yeah, no, exactly. Because actually at first I was listening to that when I was watching the clip, I was like, oh yeah, he's saying he loves his grandkids, and I was like, wait, what? I was like, did he just call them food, basically?
Yeah, I mean, that's what we're dealing with. And I was in another cat's Telegram, another guy that I like. I met him in real life. I know him in real life. Someone was sharing it was, oh my gosh, someone like about the current quote unquote war happening right now. And I looked into it for about 5 minutes. I was like, there's nothing going. I've been to pretty much all those bases, all the ones in Iraq, Kuwait for sure. There's no bases in Abu Dhabi and Dubai. There isn't. And there's a couple Air Force bases in Saudi Arabia, but they were like, oh, they hit them. Look at this. And I looked at the damage. I'm like, where's the damage? I don't see shit for damage. Okay, you hit one of those golf ball satellite dishes. Those golf ball things, by the way, is nothing. They're just underneath it, just satellite dishes. They're just there to protect it from the, dirt and environment and birds and stuff. So I'm looking at, 6 guys died in the one place that I know they have this little Navy base, and it's like a special forces place where they run things. Six reservists died. I'm like, yo, this ain't no war, dog. And unfortunately, I don't have any contacts there anymore, so I'd have to call some of my friends and have them call some of their friends. But I was like, this is a nothing burger. This is a TV, and I don't watch TV, so I was like, oh, this is a nothing thing.
You Mysterioso just said in the chat that they are withholding images from the Middle East for 96 hours, except Iran. But I'm guessing some are getting out from Dubai or whatnot on like X, because I was hearing the same thing, that like they're shooting stuff off over Dubai where there's tons of influencers, obviously, who can just keep videotaping.
Yeah, I didn't see much. They're going to hit. Okay, so that one hotel that looks like a sale, they're going to be like, oh, we hit an office building right here. It's like, yo, ain't nothing there, bro. There's nothing there.
Yeah.
I've lived there for years. There's nothing there. If you're not going to hit the Abu Dhabi Air Force Base, where I worked for a couple years for the Prince, we were cyber offensive. If you're not going to hit the Air Force Base, you're going to hit an office building. Like, what are you even doing? So,
seems like it's like theatrical, very theatrical.
It's all on TV. Anyway, let's get out of here, Chris. I'm not really feeling it.
Oh man.
Maybe we try again tomorrow.
Yeah, I think I could pump you up a little bit. I might have a clip for you. Let me see. Hold on a second.
All right, well, I'll be back. Give me 5 minutes, man.
Yeah, take a 5-minute break.
And you can share. Oh shoot, I'll probably have to press a button.
I sent you in TG. Let me see. Oh yeah, okay. Mr. Rioso sent some tweets.
Well, while you're doing that, give me 2 minutes. I'll share some. I was going to go over some stuff with Gabe. I literally, guys, when I do this, I have a whole thing like kind of mapped out in my mind, and it has a flow to it. And I'm just not in the flow. I'm just not into the flow, bro. And I know you guys. Yeah. So just know when I do the Ronin experience, I literally have it mapped out like in my head to get a good show of the flow. But also, I'm also on this tip right now. Maybe it's a lunar eclipse. Maybe it's me battling, entities in my body, trying to purge my body, and several things. But it's like, what's the fucking point of being out here on the YouTube? Like, I don't ask for money. You know what I mean? Like, get 10 likes a week. It's like, who gives a shit? And I've been doing this for like a few years now, bringing the dopest dope, bringing the dopest people out here, the dopest message. When I say that, I mean, it's not just to make you feel good. It's to actually improve your whole situation. And so that's what I was talking about earlier. You get, everyone wants the Snickle Fritz. They don't want the dopest dope you ever smoked. They want Snickle Fritz. So it's like, why am I doing here, dude? In fact, tonight I was going to ask people, just Americans, because I have 20 more days on StreamYard. I was like, if any Americans could just give me $1 on Cash App or Venmo, and I never asked for money, a single dollar. I talked about how the homies gave me $5 like 3 years ago. I still talk about it. I was going to ask people like, yo, after a while, I was like, dude, can I get like one single dollar from anyone?
I bet you could.
Oh, fuck no, Chris. No one tips. I've tried it before. But yo, I could really use $1. But actually, it's the gesture. No one sent me $1 ever. And as I move around the real realm, around my way, I get a coffee. Every single latte I give them $1. Every single anything I tip I throw $1 around on everyone. No one gives $1 here. And again, I don't want your money. That's the thing. But I give people dollars. You know, I tip Gabe a few dollars back in the, here and there. I gave him like $4. I gave him a numerology amount. I know that's not much, but hey, man, if everyone gives $1, if you support the underground, and if there's 20 people that watch, and everyone gives a single freaking dollar, that's $20. Think about the motivation that would create to people to actually do shit. And people like myself who have actually put my actual physical out here on the line, literally, for folks on the fucking internet.
Dude, it's like, so much motivation. People don't even understand like what that little bit can do.
But yo, give me 2 minutes to cool down. And
you may want to check your Venmo, by the way.
Oh, how much? Oh, dude, or I just need one person. I just need one whale. Dude, Chris, we get a whale, bro. What are we, like 30 grand? I'll do 15 for you, 15 for me. We're set. One whale, either one whale gives us 50 grand or everyone gives $1. But by the way, don't. And by the way, if that's a problem, please don't. It's not, trust me, it's not what I'm doing. I'm not trying to shame people like that. I'm just speaking kind of open in general. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But let me take a 5, Chris, and just recalibrate my situation.
Okay, yeah, do it. Let me see if I could find something while you're doing that. You know what we should do? We should put up a "Be Right Back" like yeah.
Oh man, was that the worst? Or how about this? Yeah, man, should. It's 1950s back. Here's another one. I got another joke. I'll be right back, dude.
Sounds good, brother. So who is in the chat right now? Who do we got? Deborah Mysterioso, you still in this chat? Dead Star Cave Girl, Tommy Rogers. Anyways, let's see if I can share screen. Hold on. See, I don't have much control. That's the problem here. Someone give me a topic that you guys want to hear covered. Yes, and if you're looking for Ronin's Venmo, it is in the description. I believe it is at DeFi, DEFIMYSTIC. DeFi Mystic. Show him some love. Get his spirits up. He's got a daughter, you know. And I'm glad to still see some of you guys are here. Potash, those I mentioned before. Potash. What you know about potash? We're just gonna all meditate. I couldn't share anything, so I was like kind of like stuck there. There you go. See, I was getting some responses.
What's that?
I was getting a little feedback.
I'm not. Yeah. Only do it. This is not a. I'm not passing around. Forget it. Forget I said anything. Actually, I guess not. What I'm trying to do. It's not my intention. But I literally got nothing, Chris. I got nothing right now.
Did you see the video that I sent you about the face peelers got like copyright struck down and whatnot?
Oh no, but I watched it. I literally sat and watched it today. But no, I'm not aware it got pulled.
I think so, or at least he got a strike for it, which is interesting. It's very interesting. I don't even know where that channel came from. But I appreciate him for putting all those clips together. Because that's like the stuff I was looking for.
Yeah. What do you think is going on? Interdimensional, like basically South American.
So what that video seemed to be like really actually getting into was that the people down there do not think it is anything other than like some sort of advanced military technology. So they're being like hardcore, just, I guess, organ harvested and messed with.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, that means the tech they have is that they're using is wild.
Yeah, maybe 411 got too popularized and they moved the operation down to Peru.
Well, I mean, that's a great place to be doing it because no one's going to stop you.
The Amazon.
And I was telling you, Phantom Works from, was it Boeing Phantom Works, I think it is, has one of their biggest bases down there in Brazil. So, like, this is like one of their biggest things are the technologies that cloak invisibility. Is like the alchemist's dream, it's one of their few goals.
I mean, yeah, I think they can. Yeah, airships. They can do it with planes and stuff. They can definitely do it with boots on the ground.
Hell yeah! If you just got them wearing those like cloaks, even that they developed in China a while back. That's old shit.
That's why I was comparing it with the 411 stuff because people have claimed to see like green screen type cloaks in North America.
Yeah.
Like Predator movies. Predator.
Yep. And then you start to see like that like heat wave sort of effect, like when you just get a little bit of a glimpse of whatever you're seeing that you can't see. Mm-hmm. It's almost like when heat rises off the pavement in summer. Like that's like the only like real, because it's just the bending of the light waves that you're like catching out of the corner of your eye if you can see anything at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mysterio, so we just brought the Mine Unveiled video. I think I shared that with you guys. At least the one of them I shared on Telegram, which connected like the Island movie with the cloning and whatnot. And we called that all this was going to start, the cloning stuff.
Yeah.
It's now that's being spoken about everywhere, being underground, making clones. Because we got Dead Cat. What'd she say? Yeah, there were a lot of interesting connections in that video that the dude made on that channel. I don't know where that guy finds the time.
Clones are real. They are real. They're a real thing. Cats out here have been cloned. On the low level, there are masks like politicians and stuff, absolute masks. There's no question. There's no question about clones at all. There's, in my opinion, like there's no questions about fake things acting like they're trying to be things, like fake wars on TV, fake assassinations, false flags to hide, organ harvesting and all this like silliness, So like that's why I'm such like a dissident out here. I'm all about money laundering. I'm all about not paying extortion. I'm all about rocking privately anywhere I go. I'm all about resisting. I'm all about practical, pragmatic ways. And I'm all about using the code for utility. I'm all about calling out all this bullshit. I'm all about calling out these bullshit motherfucking grifters out here. All these phony ass dumb fucks leading a bunch of other phony ass dumb fucks.
Get him.
Like it's fucking wild, bro. I don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck if you're a shaman. I don't give a fuck if you think you're a decoder. I don't give a fuck if you think you know finances. I don't give a fuck if you think you know conspiracies. I don't give a fuck if you think you know anything. So all these dumb fucks out here don't know shit about nothing. So all fucking talk, feathers in their caps for what? Why are they out here talking? What the fuck are they talking about? They don't know astrology. They don't know fucking nothing. They can't run their own code. They can't run their own grimoire. They can't have a unique thought in their fucking, anywhere. Fuck all these retards out here on the internet. Fuck you all out there. Bleeding everyone astray with your bullshit, your dogmatic ego nonsense. I don't give a fuck what type of robes you think you wear. I don't give a fuck how many you think you have some sort of status because you have other dorks that follow you. You're all dumb fucks. You all get told what you're told. You get led by phony ass codes and phony ass wins. You get phony ass cycloned. You get cycloned out here. You got a bunch of cyclones out here supposedly talking to other cyclones out here. You ain't down with real ass shit because it hurts your dumb ass feelings. You're weak, fragile ass bitches. So fuck everybody. If you can't do shit, you can't look in the mirror, yourself in the daggone mirror, and stand up for once against lizard clone, baby eating motherfuckers out here, you name it.
Get them.
Everyone sucks. They're all dumbass. What were they doing in 2021? What are they doing before that? What is their actual actions? How are they improving your life in any freaking way except to sound a bunch of freaking fancy ass words that don't mean nothing? And anytime you disagree with anyone, they can't back their shit up because they're in their feelings. I don't care how high-minded or whatever code they think they're fucking decoders out here. Everyone's fucking lame. And it's the lame leading the lame. And the lame love being led by the lame. Let the dead bury the dead. All those clowns are fucking dead already. So why are you even listening to people out here talk?
They're already dead.
They're already dead. Get out of the way. Lead, follow, or get the F out of the way. You know what I mean? Show and prove.
I love that.
I don't have Instagram. I don't have Facebook. I don't have none of this shit. I got YouTube and I got Telegram. That's it. That's all I have. I'm not trying to be popular. I don't care. Yeah. Little appreciation is great, but who cares? If it's not, that's fine. I take my bags and I move on.
I was gonna ask, like,
Is that
why?
too much?
No, you're fine. You're fine. I was gonna ask, bringing it back to like it was obvious to some of us that they were gonna start pushing the weird, like the cloning narratives and the alternative sort of forums and the underground base cloning narratives were going to start getting popular right before it happened. And then you have this Jim Carrey thing happen and it latches onto that. And it's like, part of me wonders is like, why do you think these currents are actually predictable at this point? Like that some of us can even see that the next week is going to bring about a cycle of news in the alternative realm, in the conspiracy realm. Like, how are we even seeing this early?
Basic pattern recognition and being observant is
Now,
not,
but is it that we're all being sort of merged into like we're being, I mean, we're recognizing that we're being led into those narratives, but I'm guessing all these narratives are developing synthetically.
that's why I talk about starve the beast, and I mean that it's not just a goofy term. It is literally, I don't listen to any of their stuff. I don't watch any. I try to do as much money laundering as possible. I try and do starve them of data. I don't want any of their stuff. I don't want any of their entertainment. I don't want any of their money. You can have your money. I don't want it. Just get out of my way. I don't want any of their inventions. I have my own inventions. I can create my own energy. I'll use I'll use all kinds of options. Get out of my way. And the herd is so dumb, they're dangerous. So the herd, I'm gonna stay out of the herd's way. I don't watch. So when you're not getting parasited on all the levels, now there are practical things that are hard to get away from, and that's, they drop poison on people just from, they're literally bug spraying the sky, and you're the bugs, and we know that. So there's things like that, but there's also like, man, I mean, you at some point you gotta like protect yourself, don't you? But that's another conversation. You got to be a dissident. You got to be a vigilante. You got to actually grow a pair and actually do some things. Become unbanked. They want to bank the unbanked. Become unbanked, right? Become something that they cannot actually control. And guess what? Can they kill you? Maybe, sure. Yeah. They can send some goons, some other retard goons, and put you down physically. But whatever, do your best. I'll try not to, but in the meantime, I mean, if you see it, you try and share with people and they have problems, that's because they're lemmings, and let them run off the cliff. Get out of the way as much as possible. And we see these things and we see them as so obvious because we've seen them at levels, and we see them over and over again, and we recognize patterns, and we don't have the malware. Identify your thoughts, which is why I freaking yap about it all the daggone time. Where do your thoughts and opinions and beliefs come from? If it's some Karl Marxist, Crowley, Blavatsky, or any of those fucking people that are pretending and they're LARPing to be something else, it's because they took over from the previous cats. They're all debaucherous. They're all this and that. Then I identify that, and don't be a scared ass little bitch, and go, I see that. Call people out and ridicule people, make fun of them. They want to do satire and make fun of you about how they transhumanize and have baby things and eat babies and shit, and laugh at you while you get poisoned and die. We came, we saw, he died. While they're doing that, then ridicule them and their dumb people that follow. All the whack ass herds, Karens, and you name it. Like, what is wrong with these people? You make fun of them. You ridicule them. And if they get in your way, you tell them no. You don't acquiesce and comply your way with lizard murderers. Unfortunately, You say no, and that is a complete sentence. And the ones that are lost are lost. And so when you see these things, you can't unsee them. There's levels to this. It's not just, oh, politics. We know that. It's not just, oh, no, there's levels to this. Anyone out here trying to talk their way out of, you want to go full Zen mode, I'm with it. But you have to actually get there, You can't pretend you're in full Zen mode and then also be concerned about people coming in and messing with you.
Wait, say the last thing you just said. My bad. Say the last sentence real quick.
I don't even remember.
You can't pretend you're in full Zen mode, and
you can't pretend you're in full Zen. I'm so Zen, I don't care. Okay, you're walking around. You're going, I've ascended this whole 3D stuff. It doesn't bother me. I'm not concerned about any of it. Cool. Now, are you truly? I mean, do you live in the woods and nowhere? Do you not have kids and senior citizens that depend on you? Do you not have youngers and elders in a potential community that depends on you? Don't you need? So there's this copiism cop-out of I'm so Zen, I don't care. And yes, there's a whole bunch of stuff we don't have to care about. Obviously, right? Let's use some, But to walk around and go, it doesn't. And now, does it matter? Actually, no, it doesn't. So that's the funny thing about it. It doesn't. But while you're here, don't try and do copiism and go, I don't care about any of this. But when you actually do, when you're concerned about paying bills, when you're concerned about protecting the young ones and protecting the old ones, and you're not sure, and you have a little bit of fear, but you hide that with, I'm too zenned out to even care. Now, if you're by yourself, hey man, get on a sailboat and sail the Pacific. Do all that stuff. Great, that's awesome. But if you're not going straight solo, let's not pretend that none of this 3D transactional dualistic, the way things are set up right now, don't matter at all. Yes, they don't matter. You transition, fine. You get hit by a bus tomorrow, yeah, sure, whatever. But I mean, while you're here, you don't lie to yourself, for one, and don't lie to others. Be honest and authentic. This is the authentic time, folks. If you're still running if you didn't get an upgrade and have not pivoted based on new data of the realm hitting you biologically and frequency wise, you're still operating like you did literally March last year. If you're still the same person as March last year, I don't know what to tell you. You're holding on to anchors. You're holding on to old stuff. You're holding on to this. Why are you holding on to that? You look in the mirror and you answer that yourself. Because the change is guaranteed, but it's also can be scary to many, despite the false face and mask they put on. My BS detector is so dialed in, you won't hear fire alarm chirps in my background. You know what I mean? So now we can sit here all day and tell you to feel good. This channel would be so popular if it's only about telling you about feel good stuff. You're going to be rich. You're going to freaking vibe so high. You're going to transcend all of this. The next comment that comes around, you're the one that's picked. You're the chosen. You're the indigo child. You're going to transcend all this and become a freaking dragon or whatever. Cool. We can tell you that all day and be popular.
Yeah, we'd be real popular.
Do all that, blow smoke up your butt and tell you how awesome you are and how great everything is. And it is great and you are awesome, but you know what I mean? Yeah.
All that was on point. There were so many things that I was actually syncing with, and then you hit another thing. So then I didn't. Which is funny. You know what's interesting? Let's go back way to the beginning of what you just said, just about us being gassed like bugs. For some reason, like it's not even really a sync. I guess it is. It might be. I never really had too much of an interest in looking too deeply into the ant people. I know that these are like the Anu, right? Because the Hopi word for ant is Anu. And I don't know if you had any thoughts on the ant people, considering people are starting to think we're getting close to a time of like what the Hopi prophecy predicts.
I mean, my only opinion on that is I'll just be I just will be parroting info that I heard about, like, it seems like there was a species of humanoid beings that did go underground after battling with like humanoid beings. But that's the story. I don't have much more than the story that's been
Story
told.
that you've been told, yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's hard for me to. I don't
Like-
know, bro.
Like I wish I knew a Hopi, you know, but I don't.
Yeah,
Because
and
I'd want to hear it from their mouth.
one issue I have is that's why I'm into the history stuff, because you have a lot of what they call Chinese. They were shipped in from the West Coast by the millions. You have, and that's why you have a lot of these so-called American Indians that look pretty darn like, they actually look like my dad. My dad looks like these people when he gets a tan. Like,
Oh yeah, man.
and it's like, oh, they're basically either a mix between Sinaloa, Mexico, but from China, because that word China is a new word over there. Okay, folks, if you look into it. So these there's Clovis people. That's all bullshit. But like, I don't know about the Hopi ant people. I just don't. And the Anunnaki, all that comes from Mexico and Peru and stuff. All the linguistically just does. Sumerian, all the Babylonian, all that comes from America. All your theologies come from Americas. You can trace it back. There's data. It's not me just saying this. So certain things I have to figure out what is. Now, I mean, there's things myths here with the Moonite people, which I talked about years ago. There was a battle between the so-called Cherokee, the Cherokee, with the Moonite people, and the Moonite people went underground. You know, so
Yes. I remember that now. Yeah.
that's a legend. So I don't know what to believe in regards to that. Giants, yes. I believe giants are absolutely a thing. And I believe like that data has obviously been taken away, hidden, mounded, you know, all these big buildings and tall doors, et cetera, and all that. Those are things. So when it comes to the ant people and all that and Hopi prophecy and everything else, I have to use my own personal kind of deciphering and discernment between what's real and what's cover up BS.
Yeah, no, 100%.
I can't sit here and pretend to you, Chris, with the absolution that this is that and that's that and that's it and that's that. I can't really honestly do that.
You see, there's so many weird interpretations. What'd you say? What'd you say?
That's where the conversations are, I guess, where we sit and try and talk it out and figure out what's it and that's what's what, but because it is a mystery.
Yeah, there's just so many weird interpretations of the cave art and whatnot that people see. They're saying are ant people, but then you have like, it's also people break it down and say, no, that's the electromagnetic changeover type of event. Like it's electromagnetic fields. So you have like two totally different interpretations of, one is beings, one is magnetic fields.
And I mean, and Chris, and you've heard me say this a lot, it's backed up, is like talking this ancient talk is not is not easy because all of the origin sources data of these topics are all based on things that were identified within the last 100 years.
Yep.
And mostly false and fabricated. So when I say question everything and look in your, which is it's a common trope, right? In the whatever world, question everything. And when I start questioning shit, people get caught in their feelings. But you have to like, okay, when's this? Okay, Abrahamic stuff, Hermetic. Oh, really? Hermetic? For real? Where's that come from? Like you start looking at, Hermes and Thoth and and all that. Where's the that comes from the Emerald Tablets and the Book of Enoch and the Book of Gilgamesh and Ezra. Oh, it comes from the Tanakh and it comes from this and that. It's like, and here you have the Templars and here you have the Teutonics and here you have the Mongolians and here you have the Cathays and here you have this. It's like okay. And you have sound weapons like facets and things that can melt, stones at a particular frequency. You have actual like electrical rod, like lightning rods and shit coming around. And you go, okay, if you're going to base your thesis on something and plant your flag there, and I go and look at where your source data comes from, and that's called dogma. Know where deduce the BS as a thought alchemist, and then what's left. If it's everything's built, when you boil it down, and what's left, and you find that there's a gajillion levels of BS built on one single thing that's BS, well, guess what? Everything you've tied your whole identity to is BS, and that includes all the esoteric, theological, eschatology, all that stuff, even astrology, could very well be BS, man. You know what I mean?
well, yeah, I mean, because even at some point, someone named the astrological constellations, and someone then could have changed those names, and then the meanings and the names become totally inverted at some point, and you're getting mythological stories regarding these new names for constellations that don't match the old ones. So then whatever that constellation was being named after, like whether it was being used as a memory palace or vice versa for something else, now the whole story is inverted.
Yeah, as an example, Kabbalah.
Yeah.
It's called Cuba. And some could even, dude, I've heard some discussions where Cuba could be Chipanga, which is the original name of Japan. So what if Cuba, the Ka and the Ba, stems from the island of Cuba that we know now, which was potentially the OG Japan, the Japan, like Pan Ama and Ya Mayaka, all the way to Erland. So this is where, okay, the root being Kabbalah, but I have so many roots that lead Kabbalah to the Amura, Ka, the Americas, the Mer, the Mer, the Rika, the America. So, and like what was Puerto Rico called before Puerto Rico? Why do you think you call them Boricuas? Boricua.
I mean, the Kabbalah seems to be it seems to always be a system that leads to a negative outcome for the biological man and woman.
I would agree with this statement.
And I wouldn't doubt that originated in the Americas, just based on on things even that Steiner had said about the energy that was over here in the Americas.
You have problems right now with parity. right? Peri, Persia. The Farsi, the C far. The Greek addition, dik, right? C fardik, from Al Andalus. You have the Peri, the Persians, coming from Peri, Peru, and Paradiso, Peri, Pari, Mexico, Moshe. I've said this a gazillion times. I don't think anyone really actually hears me. Moshe, Michi Khan. Look up Michi. Look up the Meshi. Moshe, Moses. Look up Ojibwe for Michi. What's Michi mean? What's Moshe mean? What does hold on, here's another one for you. Jesus. Gi, hey, Phoenician goddess. Where's Islam come from? Comes from a goddess deity named Al-Lat. What are all the lakes all up and down from Georgia to Maine called? Al-Latuna or Altoona? That's where Islam starts. Okay, Al-Lat. U, which is like you, which is duality. Two O's, which is like that meta type of sign, right? And Na. What's Na mean? Na can mean a lot, but you have Na and Ga, right? This, like Sa and Ga, right? Give, receive, and give.
Yeah.
So, Atlan, right? It's not Atlantis, it's Atlan.
Atlan, yeah.
You have, it's all over the place. So you go, hey, well, here's what I have. This comes from the, I don't even know. This comes from the Sumerian, whatever. And you think that's in quote unquote Mesopotamia? That's some made up bullshit. All that's made up bullshit. Everything that comes from the Akkadians and the Sumerians and where the Phoenicians and all that, all right around there where they call, what was Greece called before Greece? When was Greece officially called Greece? Y'all ever looking at that? Because I have. What was Greece called before Greece? And when was Greece officially called Greece? When were any of these countries anywhere, Mongolia, India, China, any of them, officially called their names? I could tell you it's probably in the last 100 to 150 years. So if you plant your flag on some stuff where I go, beyond 150 years ago, I can't prove that was a thing or a name or a sound or eto, wah, the breath of the Almighty, the eto, wah. I live right next to those pyramids. What does eto mean? Speech, to speak. Eto, atal, yamayaka, I and I.
Atomam.
So you're speaking the wah, the Almighty. That's where I literally live. Literally. You want to know where I live? Look up the Etowa pyramids. They're next to the Leka pyramids that were destroyed. Leka, to leak, gnosis. Right underneath the star fort that they destroyed, which is right above the other pyramids that they destroyed, the Shaw pyramids, which is right down the street from Roma, down the Etowah River, right above Alat Una, where they destroyed the Etowah village. Look all around here. Kennesaw. Look at the river out in what's that? India, Indians. The Kanasi, I think it's called the Kanasi River. Out there. Khans everywhere. Perry's everywhere. Cars everywhere. It's all from the Americas. It's all fucking inverted. So if you want to act like you're big fancy smarty pants and you find out, can you deal with that? The fact that all your stuff is built on BS. Can you deal with that?
I think people need to fucking address the whole Egypt thing, because it's way too prevalent in people's worldview as basically the greatest mystery ever.
Look up the old maps. It says it. Look up old books, but you guys still have to use discernment. Look up the, how the verb, the language works. It's realm wide. We have a new regime that's been taken over now, a realm wide regime now. They took it over from the previous realm wide regime. Who took it over from the previous realm wide regime? The previous ones were what I call, this is my thing, I call it the you people. The you, whether it's the boo, the voo, the Sioux, the woo, Sioux, Sumerians, right? Woo, etc. The moo, the Lu, everyone 3 realm owners ago were all known as some sort of you people. And you still see remnants of that. You see them changing you see them trying to change the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America now. You see them changing the Persian Gulf to the Arab Gulf as we speak now.
Oh, yeah.
So if you want to go, well, this was called that, and that was it, and that's that. And these were the ancient names of these. What? Huh? Are you kidding me? You don't see different peoples moving around right now, people movers. You don't see different people here and there. What if I told you Africa wasn't always the type of people that were there, like look like that? And you'd be like, oh, that's impossible. What if I told you all kinds of the people go back enough? And I'm not talking 20 bajillion years ago. I'm just talking 600 years ago, 500 years ago, 200 years ago, 20 years ago.
Get them.
So
keep going.
How can you be confident and secure and dig your heels in to some stuff that you heard from some people that are lying to you? You go, this poem has never been broken for 10,000 years. Are you kidding me? Because I've looked at things where they destroyed the Hong Kong palace, which wasn't a palace. It was like a museum, it was like a library. They destroyed what we now call the Indian palace, which again was the royals didn't live there. It was a place where you kept all the records of cool stuff. They destroyed that. So how can you go, this poem we have here from India, it's so Vedic. It's like so Vedic, you know what I mean? And it hasn't been changed for like 10,000 bajillion years. It's so perfect and untouched. You sure, dude? Because, man, my maps and fires and sound weapons and different names and different locations point to a little bit different of a past story.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, Ken Wheeler brings up the all the Vedic and how it's like mostly translated incorrectly and whatnot too.
Don't forget, the only constant is change, folks. Right? That's a thing. What's that mean? They be changing stuff. They're changing stuff now, Chris. Dude, you guys don't know. 50 years from now, 2021 is going to be seen as the Spanish flu. It's going to be seen as the historic Black Death. What was Black Death? Oh, some rats and lice walked around and spread diseases. You think? Is that what you think? Because you're living in history now. Again, any country, look up Mongolia, look up China. Look, when were these words officially named for every single one of these places? You've been so lied to and inverted and psyop. You don't even know when you're being psyoped and when you're not being psyoped. And I'm talking very generically when I say like y'all, not you guys, you know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, I don't speak Caterpillar. I'm gonna tell you that I'm not fluent in Caterpillar anymore. I forgot.
See, part of me thinks they're setting up the United Arab Emirates to be like the new America.
Sure, I guess the new financial. I mean, it ain't all that cracked up to be. If you ever been to Dubai,
well, not Dubai, the whole UAE, like Umrah and what There's a bunch of places out
Really,
there.
the only place that matters is Abu Dhabi. They run the whole thing. But that, again, who named that place? Britain, British. When, like, this is just another one of those things on who named these things when and where.
Or I meant Oman, not Omran. Oman, sorry.
Yeah, Oman's a beautiful place.
Well, that's like one of the next 20-something agendas is in Oman. Or it's based out of Oman. And they're giving away like basically like paid citizenships, I think, out there right now.
And right next to Yaman.
Yaman. But it seems like they're building up to the UAE for some reason. Or UAE.
Dude, and you guys know the Red Sea is not right there. The Red Sea is originally what they call Baja, Mexico, because California, that was a riverway right there, and that was called something Mar. I forget, like the word for red, something. And there's so many other words for red, but like that was like the Red Sea there. So this Red Sea here is not even the correct Red Sea. What was it called? I'm not sure off the top of my head. Forget.
Not Rudd or anything like that, right?
Probably Ro, or not even an R. It could be like, I don't know. I totally forget, but I could look it up. It's like a gajillion ancient old world maps out there. Just look it up.
Yeah.
If you guys are interested, literally just do a basic old search and go, California when it was an island or whatever, or look up Queen Califia, and when it was an island. Then they started building dams, the TVA, like from Joe Loki, that was pruning timelines. They started building dams. That's why they go a bajillion years ago. The salt lakes the salt plains were underwater. Yeah, well, not a bajillion years ago. You dried up the water. So like the Red Sea was not called the Red Sea. These things are shown in old world maps. The cypress tree is very prevalent in the Americas. This, you ain't gonna see this too much of this on like TikTok. You gotta like reread everything and come with an empty hand and an open mind and go, let me look at these old world maps. Let me check out the etymology, the way it sounds, syllable by syllable. Don't even go by the sigils. Just go by the sound. Ba, ka, la, right? Like, where do you, and then you can figure it out yourself.
Speaking of random, like just research, now I'm like starting to remember some of the things I was pulling up even about like Chicago and just from the world fairs and how like their narratives are changing and they're starting to mess up and make mistakes even on like their Wikipedia and their encyclopedia entries online. Like they were saying the 67 Expo in Montreal, I think it was, had the record for most people in attendance in one day, but they still have the Columbian World Fair in Chicago as having the record for one day. So they're just like making mistakes all over the place. And I didn't know the endowment at the University of Chicago, the one the Rockefeller owns, the one in Hyde Park, the one that had all that research on the Egyptian ancient civilization, but was based in Chicago and funded by all these billionaires, that they had a $10.6 billion endowment as of this year.
For what, though?
Exactly, bro. Why do they have 10.6 billion? If you go look up the University of Chicago, Illinois, it's like which is like a state school, 300 million. So why the fuck does University of Chicago, the private school created by John D. Rockefeller, have a $10.6 billion endowment? Isn't that
Yeah, if you
weird?
told me they had like 50 million in endowment, I'd be like, okay, all right, that's respectable. I get it. You start getting to the 3 billion.
I don't know if any school has a larger one.
Like that. I mean, I know they're money makers, but still, it's like, okay, you get that you're doing some secret like stuff that nobody else wants to do, and you get paid a lot. It's still a lot. I don't even know enough. I've never. I passed through Chicago, so I don't know the vibe too much. And then,
Well, this just is all relates like even the Manhattan Project because they're saying it's Stag Field, which is part of this university. That's where the self-sustaining nuclear reaction by Enrico Fermi was first created. So, like, they're doing the Manhattan Project basically over here in the same place that they have this university, and then they were also talking about the Chicago Columbian World's Fair, and they like added a whole verse on how the white city was now the gray city after the end of the World Fair exposition that happened there, the big famous one.
oh, they changed all the names of the rivers, the color ones, like the Yellow River.
They're changing a bunch, and I thought that after the World Fair in Chicago, it all burned. Most of it burnt down. Like that was the story I had remembered. So now they're saying almost none of it burnt down.
Yeah, that's wild. This reminds me because I just watched the devs like today,
Oh yeah.
and they were like, they were working on wild time stuff, right? And so they took the girl basically away, like you're crazy, we're taking you away physically to an insane asylum and drug you up.
Yep.
So you could do that in a place like Chicago, I guess. Like this person on the project knows what we're up to and they can't handle it. They just go, you're crazy.
Well, and that's actually where Devs is located too, right? Because that's Fermilab.
No, they're in San Francisco.
I thought they were Fermilab at the accelerator. That gold room, right? With the yeah, so it was in Chicago.
No, that's San Francisco. We're all the other like tech. It's a techie it's a tech company group. There's all kinds of. It's San Francisco, dude. Trust me. They have the big bridge over there, the big red bridge, Golden Gate Bridge. It's red.
But they may use parts of Fermilab for the filming then, because that gold room, I think. You know which one I'm talking about? Wait, yeah, I got a picture of it right here.
Yeah, yeah.
The Fermilab Triton Defense,
Well,
blah,
that's
blah, blah. NVIDIA Triton Interference Server. Here, I'll show it to you real fast. So, like, they must have just been using this for part of the location then.
Do you find devs a little depressive?
Oh, yeah, it's depressing so.
It's kind of but I'm into it.
But it's also like I feel like the physics is still bothering me with it
The
because
deterministic stuff.
like the entanglement stuff, because it's based on like atomism and the particle physics that seems to be nonsense. I'm sharing the picture from see, so this is in Devs, but that's at Fermilab in Chicago.
Oh, and this is a real thing in Chicago.
Yeah, at the particle accelerator or particle collider, whichever one it is, whatever they say it is. I have no idea what they're actually doing there.
Oh, they're doing some stuff just like the TV show Devs.
Well, and this is like it's mirror image with the with CERN, like it's because you have it right up against Lake Geneva in Wisconsin and whatnot. It runs into Wisconsin down through Illinois, and so it's like a mirror image of that particle accelerator and whatever the hell they're doing there. But the entanglement thing, I mean, you might be able to get the same results without an ether model if you do entanglement and figure out a way to make the models match without the ether. But if they can't, then all the shit that they're talking and claiming that they're going to be able to do is going to be nonsense. It's not going to work. So I don't know. That's something I need to like talk to someone like Ken Wheeler about, because as much as he knows about it and tries to explain it, it's still hard to understand sometimes.
Yeah, and do they bury the workers so they don't give the secret blueprint away?
Like they did in that show.
Oh, don't spoil it. I'm only on episode like 5.
Oh, didn't they do that too in like the first episode with the one guy they take him out?
Oh yeah. He was gonna tell.
Yeah. But speaking of that type of technology, brings us to Paradise, because we haven't talked about that yet. And they're hinting at that technology being in that show.
I haven't seen episode 5, so
I haven't either yet, but they were hinting at it. Remember right when we saw Link, which should be an interesting name because of Zelda and Link. I think he travels. Does he time travel? I feel like he does it at one point, or he travels throughout dimensions.
yeah, it's Zelda's so long since I'm not up.
I have no idea. Yeah, I'm not up on it either.
Oh,
And it was
ring a bell. And
no. Oh, go ahead, guys. I'm sorry.
no, I'm just saying it is time related, this show, and I'm cool with it.
There was something weird too in that one episode where he says he doesn't know the Jaws reference and he doesn't know another pop culture reference. But then, did you just see the last show with where she's pregnant and him and Xavier go on the trip, or her and Xavier go on the trip? Yeah, the tearjerker one where it was just kind of like emotional. Yep. Okay,
Yep.
So the end of that, when Link is at the base, he goes, "I don't mean to what does he write? Love Actually you." So he's writing a pop culture reference
Which
on
is
the.
hilarious. Oh, I see where.
So why didn't he know any of the pop culture references she was saying? And now all of a sudden he's like the king of pop culture references, making jokes about it as he's trying to literally negotiate with probably the only surviving military force on the entire planet. Like, what's going on there?
Yeah, so she made Elvis references, which
that would have been difficult for some
That's
people who are
right.
younger.
Yeah, that's from like the 60s or set. Like, if you don't, I can see how someone doesn't know that.
But Jaws is like,
But you don't know Jaws. But you know Love
oh,
Actually.
you know Love Actually? What?
Probably another couple of things that I can't recall. We could probably put a timeline together. But
when did Jaws come out? 75.
oh gosh, yeah, the first one, dude, that's back in Star Wars days.
And Love Actually 2003. Okay, so I guess we could say that maybe that's just the reason, but it just was he seemed like, I feel like he was making the claim that he wasn't too into pop culture.
He was an REI camper.
Yeah, what?
He was an REI. He went to work at the store. REI.
That's what he said, right?
That's what he said. Yeah. So he unplugged, perhaps, but he had to have been working on some if he's going to be popping in and out of time.
Well, he said they were working on. The other guy said they were working on a system that had to do with quantum entanglement, which is exactly like the dev system. That's exactly what that is. That's how I think they're able to predict the nosebleeds and whatnot. Or the one guy was, at least, before Billy killed him. Remember when the teacher gave him that tissue?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so he knew that was going to happen based on probably the machine. Whatever the hell Alex is.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, man. I'm just like, can't we get an ether model in one of these shows?
Oh, no.
Because like, if you think about the ether model, it's like you have, Ken always says everything is an ether perturbation or a disruption, or like a disruption or a ripple basically in the ether. And that's why these two entangled particles that seem separate, like entangle or like move at the same time because they're not separated. They're connected through the ether. So what does that do to then the other models based on no ether? Same result, but like different reason why it's happening. To me, it's almost like you have like a laser beam, for instance, right? And when you twist the laser on one side of the room, it's going to obviously spin on the other side of the room at like the same time. So current model, they are saying there's nothing in between that. So you twist this side and the other side just magically changes. So what happens if that's something they're doing like in the medical field and they're shooting something outside of your body? They think that it entangles with something inside of your body to destroy like a tumor. And they're not taking into account that actually that laser beam is going through the ether, through your stomach into your body. They think it's just magically entangled with the other light particle on the inside of your body. When that could probably cause some damage, don't you think?
Yeah, I'm trying to think about it.
Because I've heard them talking about doing this with medical stuff.
I'm not like up to speed on it, but I get the concept. I doubt the ones in the butcher coats really like boil it down that much. They just get told what to do. But the inventors of it, yeah, I mean, you shoot a laser. Does it? Well, you could just starve things, but it doesn't mean. I don't know. I'm literally thinking about it out loud right now, Chris.
Because you gotta think of it like like two particles. They're saying electrons are particles, which we know they're not, but they're pretending they are. So they're like,
I don't even believe in particles. So that's
what I'm saying. So they're saying if we have this, we have this light wand, and we hold it, and we outside of your body, we twist it on a holographic model of you, so that we can burn something away on the inside of your body. Like it'll entangle with the fucking the other electron that we put inside of your body somehow. Who the hell knows? And it'll burn that away. But like
the matter.
But they're just like taking away that connection in between the two fake electrons that's there through the ether. So really, they're shooting a beam through your stomach from one electron to the other to make that work. It's not working like magic like they think it is.
Bro, I mean, get into things like chemotherapy. Like, don't ever do that, folks. You can remove. What are they called? Like bad cells? Like, is that even?
Well, everyone supposedly has cancer like every day. Like, just basically cells that are, starting to
cells that was gonna infect other cells. It's gonna.
No, because what is cancer? It's like they start to just kind of grow out of like I guess out of control in a way. Like they sporadically just replicate too quickly, but eventually your body just gets rid of it. So like usually your body heals itself of these tumors that are always forming. But if sometimes I guess the body doesn't get to it in time because the mitochondria or something is damaged, or you have toxins in your body basically, and you can't stop the replications and cells from happening, and then you get sick.
Yeah, terrain.
Yeah. And that's why they're like, starve yourself of sugar. And
there is this constant battle in all the things there's this regular battle, and then you throw in the artificial frequencies that are also battling and hitting you. There's things like you're watching, dude. I saw, that Sabrina Wallace stuff where you're looking at a TV, and other people say this, but you're looking at TV and they're just mapping out your face. They're sending you signals to your biology.
Yeah.
And you throw in all the other stuff that you were talking about, Chris, and it's like, yo, what are we doing, yo?
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like, and I feel like, especially, what are we doing if we don't even understand fully what the hell like, you have a bunch of people, at least underneath. I'm sure someone understands what actually is going on. You have field theorists maybe who do, but the majority of people in the system have no idea what the hell they're messing with.
Oh, no.
And even like, and Sabrina Wallace will say that all the time too. She'll be like, you have these people who are getting into biohacking and have no idea what they're doing to people's bodies, like, or they don't care.
I think they know,
but they think even the ones who have good intentions, like, they think it's transhumanism's great because they don't see they don't believe that electromagnetism can be damaging to the body or something. Like, what? It's like they're retarded.
Correct. That's why they wear butcher coats.
But personally, I think it's because the majority of the people that are in those fields now, like a lot of them, were all tricked by the trans stuff. That's why you get a lot of
acceptance. I mean, there's a lot of I don't think the word is weak-minded, or I don't think that's a proper description, but wanting to be accepted, and that's where you have that prestige stuff is one way of doing that, right? If you get some sort of prestigious thing, even if and you don't question the subject that you're supposedly becoming an expert in, it's like, and then you get titles on titles on titles. You know what I mean? You're like, this is the thing, and that's what I do, and I shoot lasers at people, or that's just a thing that we do, and it's not any farther, deeper thought than that.
Well, I'm seeing all these examples of people who work on things like the IEEE and work on these biohacking type of development programs as programmers who are in that field, but they're programming stuff that has to do with biology. It's like they all, there's a majority who are trans and have had surgeries and they're all into body modifications because they're bought into the transhumanist thing. And I don't know if they bought into the transhumanist thing because they prior to all this had bought into the trans thing, and they realized that without the transhumanist promise, they basically have set themselves up to basically die, like through all the chemicals and whatnot that they put in their body, unless they can somehow fix it with another form of technology.
Yeah, man. I think there's a lot of that's fear-based. I think
right. And then they're like, well, be damn with everyone else. Like, I'm just trying to now at this point make sure I live forever because I'm not trying to die early because I was an idiot and made bad choices, because they don't take responsibility for anything.
And they'll justify it, mental capoeira saying it's for the greater good, like whatever. Yep. But
yep, they'll call people like us Luddites who don't want to advance the human species and believe in two sexes and it's like what, dude? And most of these people are also psychopaths. Yeah. Every psychopath, every murder, almost all of them, the majority of them. They were warning us in movies like Silence of the Lambs. They all have this weird, like, obsession with inverting their biology in some way.
Mm-hmm.
And then what do they want to do? Eventually, they want to wear someone else's skin. Literally. And then eventually, I'm sure they would love to upload themselves into another body. But next best thing.
Yup. That's what they're trying to do, man.
That's what they want. I know that's what they
Their
want.
stated goal.
It is there. It is. I'm pretty sure it's actually even on like the UN website at this point, isn't it?
Probably. I mean, I would say
Definitely on the like people like Klaus Schwab's and the other dude is like Noah Israel. What's his name?
Oh, bro, these people
Harari.
Dude, these people they wear like they're cross dressers and they're just the lowest of low anyway. So
Yeah. Harari man, I like to call him actually.
and they're not even important actually, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, not at all. Even though Schwab does have his family Schwabenland, I think, named after his family in Alaska or Antarctica. Sorry,
Interesting.
I think he is the Schwab of the family that New Schwabenland was named after. If they were to achieve, it would be the end of it. Yeah, I mean, Harari man. I'm gonna call him Harari man because he is
the worst.
He is like Ari man in the form of the flesh, almost. I would, if I had to guess someone who it could be, if he had a little bit more power and wasn't just like a loser teacher professor, I would say it was him. But I don't think it's him. I think it's going to be someone younger if there is a incarnation, not like Steiner predicted. Or I mean, it's just like it's like a tendency. It's like a personality trait. So he definitely has the trait. But he says, humans are hackable animals, no soul. You all basically have no right to live. All morality is made up. It's like that guy should be. He should be on.
He looks slimy, so these cats should not be making decisions, and they don't need. That's why I get so wild, Chris. Where I'm like,
well, he's their mess. He's one of their messengers,
Yeah, I'm like, we can empower ourselves so hard. Like, you can actually go against stuff like that. That's how wild I am, dude.
You mean like
these little? All right, the Harari dude, he looks slimy, right? He just looks slimy, like his skin.
Yeah, like you don't have to be scared of Harari.
I know, but in his ideas, I go, hey, that's what I was saying earlier, man. Just say no.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yes, there's goons. Yes, they have goons that go along with it, but you have to know like what we're up against. You didn't choose a battle. You just want peace. Yeah, but then there's these little twinks running around talking about they're going to kill most people and everyone else. They're going to give them just pills or whatever because y'all are, his words, y'all are useless and need to not be alive. You need to be not here anymore.
So we could send them somewhere else if they want to be sent somewhere. Like,
you want to be alone? Go ahead.
You want to be blasted off somewhere?
Yeah.
We'll see where you land, and if you make it, we could send you we could keep you underwater somewhere, real deep. Throw an anchor around your, like Sam Altman, right? That's his name.
And
he's one of these guys. They all just got to go.
Yeah, if you go, humans are the worst. It's like, okay, you first, bro.
Yeah, even Rogan pisses me off when he starts saying like, I think it's like we're like gonna advance into this kind of artificial bodies. I think that's our next form of evolution. Like, you make no sense. If you
the number of the population doesn't even, it's not true.
It's like, but if you believe in a creative source of everything, then the closer you are to that source, which would be obviously biologically organic, because that's like our original form is going to be closer to that. Why would you think that becoming totally artificial, which is obviously a downgrade, because they still don't understand the majority of the functions of any biological body. Like, why would you think an artificial one would be more advanced? It just is. It's like twisted logic.
Yeah, right. No, they're psychic. They're out of their minds. Like literally. They're out of their minds. What do you do when you have people running around like that are out of their minds? And I use people in quotation marks, but what do? You're not going to be able to talk to them.
And I'm not saying Ronin isn't, because he could probably be talked to about it. He's not, I don't think he's like a, yeah, I don't know if he's necessarily one way or the other.
Oh, bro, he is compromised.
Oh, he's definitely compromised, but I think if like you got the people off his back, I don't think he'd be like someone who we'd have to worry about like pushing for the transhumanist revolution by himself.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
I think the people who really want that stuff are like in that field, or they've been paid to at least front those fields, and then whoever is behind them really want that stuff. But
yeah, I mean, our plans are measured in centuries. That's how they think.
Seems like they're speeding everything up now. I don't know what that's about either.
Bro, I said this like 5 years ago, man. And after November 2019, I've noticed my perception of time has sped up.
Like, yeah, mine too.
4 hours, and you go, well, it's because you're getting older. And I've heard that a gajillion times. I try and think about it, and I go, no, I hear you, but I think time is literally speeding up. And it's not just because of like, oh, you're getting older and you're not 5 years old anymore. I think time was speeding up even then, but at a slower rate, right?
Yeah, I'm with you 100%.
Yeah. And then it's sped up, in my opinion, when the Schumann resonance, I was showing you those charts in the beginning. Mm-hmm. The Schumann resonance had his own chart back in the day, and that shot up, and that stayed up. It's still up there now. So there was like a higher high in the baseline of what they call the Schumann resonance, the resonance of the ground of the plane, right? The realm. Mm-hmm. And it stayed there. And ever since then, man, I was just like, man, I think time is speeding up. It's still, let me see, my watch still says this. And to throw these terms around like quantum or whatever. I mean, I think I don't even know if quantum is a
nonsense
right word for anything, but somehow it's time speeding up in the quickening, all these terms, which I love, the quickening. Or a couple other good ones that I forgot, but I believe those are things.
Well, I mean, and if you look at like the way they said, like this entropy idea, I think like they try to make the relationship between as time progresses, entropy progresses, but I think as entropy progresses and things get more chaotic, actually time then speeds up. It's actually like an opposite type of relationship. And it's almost like if you're around a bunch of people who have high anxiety, it's almost like being around a bunch of people who are metronomes running at a faster rate than you. And the problem is like metronomes always sync when they're next to each other, like they start syncing up. So like their anxiety pulls you into a faster sort of,
makes sense.
I guess a faster, what was the way, how did you put it? Like perception of time. Like your perception is going to be like theirs.
Sure.
Which is anxiety induced. Even if you're not feeling the anxiety, your perception of time is still on that same metronomic scale at this point.
Yeah. I wonder if a pendulum will keep proper time, but it's not perpetual. But I wonder if there's a way to have a pendulum keep that time, that like in that type of way, like the true time, the true time. Well, there'd be some complex machine, or would it just be something as simple as a pendulum?
See, when I got into time and standard, like, and you get into these companies and organizations that are standardizing how we tell time and the elements they use and like the crystals they use because of the rate of frequency in these crystals and how some are more accurate than others. I mean, you have atomic time, but there's another element they use now for time. But it all depends on temperature as well. So you have to keep everything really cold, or the amount of time or the amount of frequency shifts in those crystals, it changes, which is interesting too. So, I mean, the artificial time they have us on is even subject to manipulation. And that's based on what they're using to standardize it.
By the way, yes, on this comment, if you notice, I was shouting louder earlier, so I don't know. I'll be the first to admit I don't know anything. Forgive my shouting earlier, folks. Just getting frustrated. Allow me to be a little grumpy every now and again. I'm usually my baseline is good vibes, chill, good, welcoming. But hey, man, every once in a while, I get a little grumpy. So yeah, I don't know nothing, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I don't either, man. I probably just made up half the things I just said for all I know.
Oh no, that was correct. No, that was awesome. That was awesome. Somehow we morphed into talking about time,
which always is the best way to go. I feel like we've done that a few times.
Well, no, don't we always zigzag into something else? Clones have been pretty popular lately. We end up there sometimes.
We get into good conversations about time, and I think there's more we could have on that topic.
I'm all about it.
Yeah, no, I love that topic because it's it's easy to play with because it's not really it's not a thing outside of this realm.
Just thinking of all the rock songs that related to time. They were ahead of their time. Time will tell, folks.
Time Will Tell was a band that talks about time. If you want to check them out.
I just thought of like 5 songs strictly about time, just simultaneously in all the multiverses of the branches coalesced together for that one moment. Dude, 70s, 80s stuff just pops in. So they know. And you have
Never Ending Story.
And you have all the other famous bands just telling you guys ahead.
And I just keep thinking of Never Ending Story when I think about time now.
What part? Dude, I'm watching Monarch where they go into another dimension, survive for a couple hundred years, and then when they come back, they're the same age that they were when they left, but they missed. So to them, it was like that Inception thing where it's like, well, it felt like 80 years. I'm like, dude, you were gone for like, or maybe it felt like 5 minutes. And they go, no, you were gone for like 35 years, bro. Like, really? You felt like 5 minutes? They go interdimensional on that Monarch show.
Which is interesting because that's how they used to remember when they were presenting space to us like that. Like in even Interstellar, like when he leaves, he loses 7 years with at the age of his daughter every like hour they're on that planet or something.
Oh, Chris, and then I don't even know where to begin with. Like when we talk about the speed of light and bending light, is that I don't even know. I have no idea.
It cannot be constant. It can't be constant.
Yeah, and that's where you get into black hole stuff. I don't think black holes are real. I think all that's BS. All the excuse me, light stuff they talk about. All I know is like a prism. I can see the prism. I know frequencies, those are measured. I know things that are, but all those other cats with those stuff that doesn't exist, like on a chalkboard, and I don't even know, but that's relevant to time, Chris. That's why I brought up the light thing. I'm like, man, I can't even pretend to know any of how things actually are with that. I lean towards BS actually, but like I also don't have an answer. Then okay, well that's not it. Then what is? It's like shoot, I also don't know what is, especially in terms of light. and how that's relevant to time. I don't know.
Yeah, because
figure it
they
out.
try to use the speed of light as a way to measure certain aspects of time. It's really not.
Yeah, wait. Oh my god.
It's not a simple thing the way they set up their system, and it doesn't necessarily work all the time. It's a lot of it's nonsense.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like it's I think it's pretty obvious speed of light changes with temperature and pressure, just like speed of sound does. Wouldn't make sense if one did and the other didn't.
Yeah, I don't even know whether one way to agree or argue. I don't even know.
And like they don't claim a constant speed of sound, so how the hell do you have one constant? And
Yeah.
because they're both related.
Well, I think I feel like we figured this all out before, like a couple episodes back. I feel like
We did.
we already figured this stuff out or to completion.
Yeah, I think we did.
We'll have to go in the archives. Chris, let's get out of here, man.
Yeah, I think we did it.
Dude,
We made a comeback.
I'm gonna play some handpan music on the way out to try and reset the energy for my earlier
I think you should play some 80s music.
Oh, they're gonna flag me.
A comeback, like
18 and life to go.
like what's like some lover boy or something like that, or some I don't even know, man. I don't even know what type of.
Oh, now I can't remember anything. Well, of course you have time after time. Time after time. Time after time.
Great song. Great song.
All right, let's get out of here. I got the handpan lined up. It's about as much as I can do right now.
All right, brother.
I appreciate you, Chris. Sorry, I mean,
Appreciate you too. Oh, shut up. You don't have to
got wild
apologize.
earlier.
You don't have to apologize. You're good, bro. Mr. Real, sorry we couldn't get the your stuff sorted out. Definitely will next time for sure. We'll try to figure it out.
Yes, definitely. Mysterioso, you're the man. I was so looking forward to hearing his high level wisdom verbally, because he's been crushing in the chat. Like, I learn when he comes around. Like,
I think I'll send you an invite to Silas's Discord, because I think Sunday night Silas wanted to do something. I don't know if he wants to do it on the Discord or what, but I don't go on Discord much, but I know Mr. Rioso can at least talk on their Discord. It seems to work for him. So maybe we'll go have a conversation with them over on Sunday.
all right, let's get out of here. Chris, I appreciate you. You brought us back to someplace cool and weird.
Try my best, I did my best.
He poked and prodded me back into the pen. I was off the reservation there.
Yeah, no, you did. It's all good.
All right, let's get out of here, Chris. Another crusher, I think. And you never know. You never know what you're gonna get.
Absolutely. Appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate you too, Chris, and the chat. Massive love. Play a little handpan to reset the energy for like a minute or two. Thank you. So
Satrani narta